If you want an extraordinary life, you can't live like an ordinary person. The people that criticize you for being exceptional are those that have already accepted the fact that they're going to be mediocre. A millionaire is never going to criticize you for trying to start a business because they too at some point had to try to start a business. It's always the people that are nobody and nothing are going to criticize you for trying to be something. People will question your choices, doubt your abilities. Why? Because being extraordinary is intimidating to those who choose to play it safe. Even your friends and family at some point will not believe in you. And it's okay, you gotta believe in yourself. There are 5 key principles to stand out from the rest of crowd living their mediocre life. 1. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Ever heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with? The people you surround yourself with have a huge influence on your mindset, your habits, and ultimately your success. Think about it. If your friends are constantly negative, complaining, and settling for mediocrity, guess what? You're likely to adopt those same attitudes and behaviors. Still not convinced? Let's say you have a group of friends who are all smokers. Even if you've never smoked a day in your life, chances are you'll eventually start lighting up too. Why? Because it's normalized within your social circle. Your friends are doing it, so it must be okay, right? The same principle applies to every aspect of your life, from your career aspirations to your health and fitness goals. Here's the deal. Surround yourself with people who inspire, motivate, and challenge you to be your best self. If your current circle isn't aligned with your ambitions, it's time to make some tough decisions. That might mean distancing yourself from negative influences, setting boundaries, or even finding a new social circle altogether. It's not easy, but it's necessary if you want to grow and succeed. 2. Believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, who will? Without believing in yourself, you're like a ship without a sail, at the mercy of the tides. First and foremost, never doubt yourself. Seriously, I can't stress this enough. Doubt is the enemy of progress. It's the little voice in your head that whispers, you're not good enough. You'll never make it. Those doubts are just noise. They're not reality. The truth is, you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to, but first, you have to believe it yourself. Secondly, it's okay if your friends and family don't believe in your goals. In fact, it's more common than you think. Your loved ones may have the best intentions, but they're also human, with their own fears, insecurities, and limitations. Just because they can't see your vision doesn't mean it's not valid. You may say, they're my parents. Why they can't trust me? But look from their perspective. You're saying you will make millions of dollars by doing that online business. You sound crazy to them, so of course nobody's going to believe in you. Prove it to them. Remember, some of the greatest success stories started with someone believing in themselves against all odds. 3. Set clear goals. Why setting clear goals is so important? Think of it like planning a road trip. Without a destination in mind, you'll just end up driving aimlessly. But with a clear destination and a map to get there, you'll arrive at your destination faster and with fewer detours. The same principle applies to your life and career. Setting clear goals gives you direction, motivation, and a roadmap for success. Here's a simple framework to get you started. First, be specific. Vague goals like, I want to be successful, won't cut it. Get crystal clear on what you want to achieve. Ask yourself, what specifically do I want to accomplish? When do I want to achieve it? How will I know when I've succeeded? The more specific you can be, the easier it will be to create a plan of action. Set realistic deadlines. Deadlines are your secret weapon for staying on track and avoiding procrastination. Be realistic about the time it will take to achieve your goals, but also give yourself a sense of urgency. As the saying goes, a goal without a deadline is just a dream. 4. Embrace failure. Failure teaches you valuable lessons that success never could. Each failure brings you one step closer to figuring out what works. So instead of fearing failure, embrace it as a necessary part of the process. Remember, the only real failure is the failure to learn from your mistakes. If you ever fail, don't let it knock you down for good. Failure is not a reflection of your worth or your potential. It's just a temporary setback. So when you fall, dust yourself off, learn from your mistakes, and get back up again. As Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." It's all about resilience and perseverance. Success is often just around the corner from failure, but you'll never reach it if you throw in the towel too soon. Keep pushing forward, keep trying new things, and keep learning from your experiences. Remember, the path to success is rarely a straight line. It's filled with twists, turns, and yes, failures. But if you keep moving forward, you'll get there eventually. Lastly, do not give up. Success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's not about how fast you can go, but how long you can keep going. Missing one day, 1 week, or even 1 month is not the end of the world. It's not about making massive strides every single day. It's about showing up day in and day out and putting in the work, even when you don't feel like it. As the saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day. Success is the result of small, consistent actions repeated over time. So don't get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Keep putting one foot in front of the other, and eventually you'll look back and realize just how far you've come. Never underestimate the power of persistence. Success rarely comes easy. It's often the result of overcoming countless obstacles and setbacks. Those who are willing to persevere, even when faced with seemingly insurmountable challenges, are the ones who ultimately come out on top. So don't give up at the first sign of trouble. Keep pushing forward, keep fighting for what you want, and eventually you'll break through to the other side. Even if progress feels slow in the moment, every little bit adds up over time. Keep putting in the work, keep showing up, and trust that over time, your efforts will pay off in ways you never imagined.